Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday for pattern 4. I am so excited. This is going to be a good one. It's also really, really easy. It's probably one of the easiest patterns to crochet. Now, the assembly part, I want to guide you through it a little bit more in detail just to make sure it covers all the bases, meaning all the things that you may consider challenging. This is really the goal of these live tutorials, is to guide you through all the things that could be considered challenging. Because again, it doesn't matter where you are in your crochet journey. I want to make sure no matter who you are, how far you've been crocheting, how long you've been crocheting, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you are covered in every kind of aspect, and making sure everyone is happy with your project or your own project, because it could be for you as well, right? So today's focus is the I Love Books stand, one of my favorites because it has so many different purposes and it's much larger than my other wedges that I've had before, and it is so, I just love it so much. What I also love is if you put your Kindle on it, it literally says I love BS, which is really, really funny. Was not planned that way. So little heads up, if you see that picture floating around, that was not on purpose. I noticed that later and I thought it was hilarious, so I kept it. Because, you know, we live in a world where sometimes we can just say that, right? Anyways, so this is going to be super duper fun. Ooh, I just noticed I forgot to move my microphone, so I need to move it a little bit, so making sure you can hear me better. Hang on, I'm going to move it for a second. There we go. Okay, so now that should be a little bit louder. Okay, so how's it going, everyone? I hope you're excited. This is day 4. This is pattern 4. We have 2 more to go in the mystery crochet along. The book lover free live mystery crochet along. It's the only time we have ever done a live with a mystery crochet along at the same time. So this one is a really, really fun event, and I'm so excited so many of you guys showed up on Super Bowl Sunday. So make sure that you stay till the end. Share if you haven't done so, because we're going to give away prizes at the very end. So if you stay till the end, you have a chance to win something. So yeah, we're already at 75 people and we're only 3 minutes in. So do you think we can get to 100? I sure hope we can. So let's go through this pattern here from the visual aspect first. So just that you know everything that is involved in making this really fun pattern. It does take a little longer than you might expect because obviously it's a lot of single crochet stitches. Yes, a lot of single crochet stitches. So it actually is really, really easy. It's the perfect beginner project. It is mainly single crochet stitches. Okay, so it pretty much has 2 identical rectangles. I'm going to hold it like this so you can see it. So this one and this one, these are the same rectangles, okay? The one on the bottom is longer, so that way you have that little flap here on the outside. So that one is a little bit longer. It's still the same stitch count. It's just longer, okay? So it has more rows. And then it also has these triangles, 2 identical triangles. So you can see one here and then one here. And then at the very end, and of course there's optional ways to add more or less, right? So I added here a little bit of a hanger right here. I'm now noticing that it's a little bit off. I should have been higher, like that. It should have been straight. I just noticed, maybe I pulled it down. Anyways, so this is the idea of that, is to hang anything on there. I was thinking it would be perfect for glasses, reading glasses. You can literally hang them on there and so you don't lose it, right? And on the other side, you have a cute little pocket, which you can use for all kinds of purposes. You know, I would be using it for my Kindle clicker or something like that. Your, you know, notions, whatever you want to use it for. It's really up to you, right? Anyways, and of course, we also have I Love Books there at the front, which is mainly surface crochet, or should I just call it chains on top of a ready-to-go fabric, because that's really what surface crochet is. I have some hair in my mouth. Hopefully it's gone now. Anyways, and then it has a cute little heart right there. So many different things that you can do. You can put it together. The most important thing, let's see. 3 Artists says, is the pocket big enough for your iPhone? I don't know. Let me see. Yes, it is. I just tested it out. I have something going on my phone, so I can't show you right now. Actually, I'm going to flip it around for a second, so that way you don't see the private information. But yes, it fits my phone. See? It does fit my phone. It does. So yes, it fits my phone. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is the reason it is a little sturdier is because there is plastic canvas on the inside. I'll guide you through that part later. I'm not going to show you how to do it because that takes too long. But I'm going to guide you through it and what you should be focusing on to make sure everything works out well. Okay. So you also have a few different ways how you can use it. You can see some pictures right here, right? So some of you guys don't like using bookmarks. I totally get that, okay? And also you don't want to bend your book, like put a little dog ear in it. You know, I totally get that as well, especially let's say it's a limited edition or whatever, right? Some people don't even like bending their spine. They're worried about it looks weird in the end, especially for paperback, right? I get that too. So for that this stand is perfect for that. You can literally just hang it over it. You see that? It just literally hangs over and you keep your page the way it's supposed to. So whatever page you're on and you don't want to put a bookmark on, you don't want to put a dog ear on, you don't want to remember the page number, whatever it is, just hang it over. And it's sturdy enough that it can hold it up because there's plastic canvas on the inside. You can also stand it up if you have, you know, an actual book that you are reading, a pattern, whatever the purpose of that. And of course you can put also your Kindle on it, right? Or you just display a book or whatever you really want to do with it. It's so many different ways and how you can use this. I just love the idea. In fact, I mean, who's stopping you from adding another stand the way you see it here at the front? On the back, right? Or put pictures right here. I kind of left it blank because I wanted you to have your creativity go wild. You could add something else here too if you wanted to. Maybe even glue on and iron on. I say that on purpose. Glue on and iron on. This is acrylic yarn. You don't want to iron on acrylic, okay? Don't do it. It'll melt. But you can glue, hot glue or E6000 or whatever it is that you're using. You can glue on your iron on, right? So, or just add more embroidery or whatever you like, or even cross stitch. Who knows? Many different things you can do. Okay. So let's focus on a few different things. I'll first guide you through the rectangles verbally because there's no point of crocheting that. That takes way too long. And that way I can focus on the most important thing, which is the triangle and the surface crochet as well as the heart, because those are the most important part in terms of crocheting, and then I'll talk about how to assemble the whole thing. Sounds good? We have 90 people here. Can we get to 100 so we can give away 3 prizes? We have 10 more to go. Okay, so let me turn this around. So I'm gonna see you see it now from the top down. Okay, so we're gonna let's guide you through the rectangles first so you know how to do this. Okay, so rectangle number 1, it's the let me call it the 2 rectangles. So this one and this one is the identical rectangle. You're just gonna make 2 of them. The reason I split it up is because it allows you to figure out the plastic canvas on the inside. I could have just said, oh, make 1 gigantic rectangle and then bend it in half, but then you're not gonna have that beautiful nice edge right here, and I wanted that. But you could technically just make 1 gigantic rectangle instead of 2 separate ones, right? As I said, the reason I did that is also to make your triangles attachment much easier because you know where the point is. So many different reasons. Okay, so now Ro Jensen says, thanks for answering. I'm having issues pulling up the patterns. Wish it was better technology. When you say pull up the patterns, I think I need more info, and I think the best thing to do for that would be email me, Ro Jensen, so that way I can help you. Okay, because I don't know whether you purchased the ebook, whether it's on my website, whether it's in the crochet club. So I need a little bit more info, and I think the best thing to do is through email because that is really a private matter, and I'm unfortunately not able to help you through a live tutorial on that part. Okay, so let me go through the rectangles first. Okay, so these 2 rectangles, don't worry, we're going to crochet in a second, but I want you to know about this stuff first. Okay, so So these two rectangles, this one and this one, starts with a chain count of 38. Start from the second chain from the hook, 1 single crochet per stitch every row until you have 30 rows. So 30 rows here, 30 rows here. Got it? Very easy, okay? Now, for the large one, the one here on the bottom is the same stitch count. So start with a chain of 38, start from the second chain from the hook, 1 single crochet per stitch and turn, and you're going to go until row 45. So the difference between this rectangle and the large one on the bottom is 15 rows, okay? So you have 30 here, 45 here. Got it? So those are the two rectangles. Now, you also have a pocket here on the side. That one is a chain count of 15, and then start from the second chain from the hook, and then 1 single crochet per stitch for 12 rows. Okay, so that's for that part. And then this little loop right here is a chain count of 8, and it's just 1 row, 1 single crochet per stitch. So those are all the rectangle type of projects. Now let's talk about first how to do surface crochet. Ooh, where's my white yarn? Hang on, I gotta grab my white yarn. Just forgot that. I got my other one. All right, got it here. So let's do the surface crochet first for a second so you know how to do that part, okay? I see a quick question here from Kaylin, I think. Hopefully I'm saying this right. I think it's Kaylin. She says maybe make an extra rectangle but shorter, layer on bigger rectangles for so. Oh, you're answering someone else. Oh, let's see. What was that question? Let me go up. Marcia says, is there any way to keep one end open with some kind of closure maybe so we can put items or stash inside? You could, I guess. Maybe. Let me see. Thinking about this. I mean, personally, let me say it this way. The reason I added plastic canvas inside was for the stability, okay? So if you are trying to have the inside be part of your storage opportunity, you're going to have to add more things to. I'm not going to cover everything, but here are some ideas that come to my mind. You're going to add some kind of wooden sticks here, right? Like literally in the center right here from the inside, just for stability purposes. You're going to have some wooden sticks on around the triangle. Then maybe you can open the flap up on the back, right? Potentially with a zipper or buttons, similar to how we did for the gingerbread house, something to think about. But my plastic canvas on the inside here is stuffed with polyfill, okay, to makes it nice and floofy, and of course stability for the plastic canvas, right? But yeah, just some ideas, but I'm not going to cover that because I didn't make it that way. Okay, so let's talk about how to do surface crochet. So let me move this guy to the side here for a second. Well, that's not going to work. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do surface crochet. Let me zoom in a little bit and potentially make it lighter. I feel like that might be too dark. Where is this hair? I have some hair in my mouth. I don't know where it is. Okay, so I made it a little bit bright. It's the brightest I can be. So hopefully this is bright enough. Hang on, I forgot to turn my other light on. Ooh, there we go. Yes, I cut myself. Ignore that part. Okay, so let me show you. I'm just going to do, how about we do the letter, yeah, let's do the letter B. I'm just looking at my letters. Okay, let's do the letter B together. So here's just a little, swatch I made so I can show you how to do surface crochet, okay? Marcia says, oh, I see stuffing. I forgot about that stuffing. Yes, there's stuffing on the inside. Okay, so let me show you how to do surface crochet. First of all, surface crochet is really chains on top of a project, okay? So let's go through that, okay? So I'm going to have a chain, have my project and my hook here, and you're going to go through wherever you need your B to be. I'm just going to use B as an example, okay? And you're going to pull this through. So your slip knot, and whoops, slip knot is coming through, and you have it like this. So again, if you keep in mind that surface crochet is pretty much chains with project in between. That's the idea, okay? It is literally chains. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through your project and you're going to hold on to your yarn from the back. So your yarn is running on the back and you're going to pull it through. So here's chain 1 is made. Okay, let's see. Friend says, I think we got our 100. No, I see 88. You guys, you can see the number on your end, right? It's a little bit higher on my end because it's both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So here we go. So let's keep going. I'm just going to make a little letter B right here. Okay, so you pull this through like this, and you literally just make a line. So your single crochet rows and stitches kind of will guide you to make sure that everything is nice and straight. You want to have like a straight line. Okay, so obviously this is for the letter B, so this will be different for letter O, for example, right? So I'm just going to show you here. This will be the letter B, obviously a smaller version. So let's say I stop right here. Okay, so now I would bend a little bit and go over here. So let's do the rounded part for the letter B. So you kind of have to look, where's my center for the letter B? It would be right here. So I know I need to kind of go in a curve like this so I can go back over here. So you can draw this out too if you like. Let me move this here to the side. All right, and let's go around here and make a curvature. So you can do this with chains, right? Obviously, you can also use a tapestry needle for this and make chain stitches. Same look, just one is with a hook, the other one was a tapestry needle. It's really up to you, okay, which one you're going to use. So do you see how I like literally turn it and I go in and create my chains just through my project, okay? So here would be my last one before I now do my other side. So this looks like a P now, right? So now I would come back over here and make my next curve. So I have to turn it all the way like this. And now I'm going to go back over here. You can go on top of this. How do I did it over here? I went on top of it. So let me look. So I went literally on top of some of my stitches. So that way the B looks more like a B, right? And then over here, I split it. Come on, stay over there. So over here, I split it. So now you see how the B is like this. And now we're going to go down in a curvature again. Right? So you literally can draw this out if you can't visually see it. But it really is just chains, okay? It is chains, but through your project. Can you guys see it, that it's chains? I hope you can. I know sometimes it's a little bit harder to see because you're like, wait, your yarn is on the other side. So here's the letter B right there, right? So you literally just went in a curvature. And as I said, you can draw it out. How do you draw it out? Well, there's something called fabric pens or pencils that could be washed off, right? You can also do something very easy. In my opinion, that's very easy, is loose running stitch. A very loose running stitch with a different color. You know, you just make one line from here to here, here around, and then pull it back out. Like, don't tighten it and then just pull it back out. So that way you have a guide, right? You can also put pins in it to guide you. You know, stitch markers, pins, I think is a good idea to kind of guide you that too. We reached 100! We did it! I see 102. Woohoo! All right. And then we drop back down to 95. How did we lose 7 in just 1 second? Anyways, so this will be the letter B. Are there any questions about surface crochet? Because I believe that could be the hardest part about this project. And if you really, really have a hard time with surface crochet, here's another option. Find some letters online that are ready to go that you can glue on, right? They're typically letter iron-ons, okay? And again, you don't iron them on, you glue them on, or you crochet them, or sew them on. It doesn't matter how you want to do it, okay? But here I just use surface crochet because I thought it was fun to actually use crocheting for this. But again, you can also glue on letters. So if you're not comfortable making pretty letters, then just, you know, buy the letters and glue or sew them on. That works fine for me too. It works probably for you too. So are there any questions about this? I see no. This you make it look so easy. It comes with practice, you guys. It comes with practice. So this is not hard when you get a little further along. Claudia says cookie cutters as mottos. See, now that's a good idea too. If you have letters that are cookie cutters, that would be good too. You can even use some kind of stencil. So what you can do is you print out letters, cut them out, pin them down, and then use them as a guide to go around it and crochet your letters on it, or use an embroidery needle. Either way. Okay, so chalk is another way. Yes, chalk you can use, whatever works best for you. Janet says, how do you bind it off at the end? Very easy, actually. Let me show you. So what you're gonna do is, when you have it like this and you have your yarn on the back, you're gonna snip it and you're gonna take a tapestry needle and you're going to sew it pretty much on the back. But first, what I do is I take my loop and pull it to the back. So just not in the same area, just a little off, right? So think of it like this is my next chain stitch or something like that. So I'm going to pull my loop to the back. Obviously, don't pull your brown part in this case. See, I just pulled it to the back and then I made a slip knot. Now, personally, I did not weave it in all the way, because I knew it's going to hang on top, or it's going to lay on top my plastic canvas anyways. So nobody's going to see my yarn ends. So what I did is literally just made like a triple knot, okay, like this. Well, I think there was a knot beforehand, so it's 3 knots, and then just literally snipped it, okay? And it's just going to hang there because you're going to lay it on top of plastic canvas anyways, and nobody's going to see it. So you don't have to worry about weaving this in as long as you have plenty of knots on there. Are there any questions about surface crochet? Laura says, if you have a Cricut or silhouette cutter, yes, you can do that too. Adhesive vinyl, yes, you can do that as well. You can use vinyl. The only thing I have to say, and I'm going to say it again, typically vinyl or anything similar to that you put on fabric, that usually requires you use an iron. Now, this is acrylic yarn. If you put an iron on it, okay, it's going to melt. So it's not going to look pretty anymore. So you're going to have to be very, very careful if you are going to use something that requires heat. Okay, so please be aware of that. I am totally happy of you using that. And if you can handle it and make sure you don't burn or melt your acrylic, then that's fine, okay? So yes, just remember that, okay? Especially for the Cricut. Let me show off the comments for those that didn't hear me say this. So yes, that is an opportunity to do it. Just be careful when you are gluing it on. Make sure it's not something that uses a lot of heat, okay, because it can burn or melt, right? Just always remember that acrylic yarn is plastic. It can melt, okay? So anyways, let's see. 3 Art, can you do several letters without snipping and starting over again? Yes, 3 Art, yes, you can. So again, what I did, now obviously I just cut mine. What I did, I actually did exactly that. I didn't cut it for every letter. I literally just moved it over wherever I needed to start over. So for example, for books, I literally just pulled my loop over to the next area. I made a little slip knot here on the back so that I have a starting point. It doesn't pull from the B. And then I made my O after. So yes, you don't actually have to do that. You do not have to cut your yarn for after every letter. You just move it over from the back. It's not going to be visible on the back anyway. So yes, you can move that over. Okay, I'm just going to look if there's another question here. Emily says she can't wait to try surface crochet. Yay! It's funny when I hear that say that, because surface crochet really is just making chains, but you're going through the fabric, right? That's really what it is. Okay, if there's no more question about surface crochet, I'm going to cover the triangle part here for a second. So let me cut my yarn over here because we're done with this part. So snippity snip, move that over. And actually I'm going to cover my heart first, and then we'll do the triangles because the heart goes quicker. So since we were talking about surface crochet, let's do the heart first. I'm going to make it a brown to have it ready to go. I know it's typically done in red, but you know it's fine, okay? So let's make the heart here for a second. I get that question all the time. I make hearts on like as a reel or Instagram or Facebook video, which are limited in time. So I have to speed it up, but I do put the words on it. I always get negative comments about this. It's like, this is too fast, even though the words are literally on the screen. But here is a smaller, or not a smaller, a slower version of the heart. You start with a magic ring. Magic rings are loosened up slip knots. If you keep that in mind, it's very easy to make a magic ring. Then I make a chain of 3. Okay, so magic ring and a chain of 3. If you do not know how to make a magic ring, or you don't feel comfortable with it for whatever reason, you can also start with a chain of 4 and then place everything in the very first chain that you made. That's really what the magic ring is, the very first chain. Okay, now once you have that done, you're going to start with 3 treble crochet stitches. Okay, so 3 treble crochet stitches. So here's 1, then 2, then 3. And once you have your 3 treble crochet stitches done, after you made your chain of 3, which in this case, the chain of 3 is important to stay there because we're going to make it again later, okay? So 3 treble. Now you're going to make 3 double. I was thinking about double, so I said 2 by accident. So it's 3 double. So here we go. So again, I'm going to repeat what I just did. Magic ring, chain of 3, 3 treble, 3 doubles. Got it? Chain of 1 and 1 treble. Now that is halfway now. This treble crochet stitch is your point at the bottom of your heart. Okay? Now you're going to work your entire way backwards. So whatever you just did, work your way backwards. Do exactly the same thing, but backwards. So chain of 1, 3 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do 3 treble crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Everything goes into the magic ring or the first chain that you made, depending on which one you did. Okay, so now so far it doesn't look like a heart still. You're going to make a chain of 3 and slip stitch into the magic ring like so. Now you're going to close up the magic ring. If it's a chain of 1 that you went into, you're going to have to loop around from the back, weave it through, and then all I did here is pull my end from my magic ring, and there we go. You have your heart. Okay, ta-da! It really transforms into heart as soon as you pull that magic ring, right? So let's see. Emily says, can you also chain 2 and crochet into the second chain if you don't like magic rings? Actually, it wouldn't be a chain of 2. It would be a chain of 4. I just mentioned that. So Emily, if you don't like magic rings, it would be a chain of 4 instead of 3. And then you place everything into the first chain that you made. Okay, so no, you wouldn't remove a chain. You would add a chain to it because the magic ring is similar to a chain. So it would be a chain of 4 that you're starting out with instead of a chain of 3. So magic ring and a chain of 3, or start with a chain of 4 and place everything in the first chain made. Got it? Okay, so that is your cute little heart, which, well, you can see it on my picture. I use it literally where it says, I love heart, right? I heart books. I love books. Either way, okay? So that would be your heart. Okay, move this guy to the side. Let me take a sip of coffee here for a second. My throat is a little dry. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the triangle. So I'm going to show you the beginning of the triangle because the rest is really, really easy. You're not going to believe how easy these triangles are. Okay, again, you're going to start with a magic ring. Or in this case, because I make a magic ring and a chain of 1, you can also replace the magic ring with a chain. Okay, so if you don't make a magic ring and a chain of 1, you make a chain of 2 and place everything into the first chain made. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to add 3 single crochets to the ring. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you're going to close up your ring like this. This is your point. You're now going to increase in every round, every row, until you're done with your triangle. So let me show you. The very first stitch of every triangle row is going to be an increase. So 2 single crochet stitches in the first stitch. Yes, I do not make a chain of 1. I skip that because it's not necessary to have it. It literally increases your bulk. It uses more yarn. It's not necessary. It makes little ridges on the side. We don't need those ridges, okay? So I don't make a chain of 1. I do not turn. I don't use a turning chain, if that makes sense, okay? So once you have your increase in the beginning of the row, you're going to place 1 single crochet per stitch in the rest of the stitches of that row, like so. So now I turned from 3 stitches to 4. Now turn and repeat the process. Okay, so again, an increase, so 2 single crochet stitches, and then 1 single crochet stitch per stitch until the end of the row. And then you literally repeat. Okay, so let me go into the comments here for a second. There's a question. Gigi says, if you remember which video Nikki showed the easy way to do the magic room, would you please let me know? Gigi, that was in the crochet club, but I'm going to show you in a second again. Okay, so don't worry. I'm going to show you the magic ring again for those who missed it, because I may have gone too fast on that, so I apologize. So you're just going to repeat this now. So let me say it again. For the 2 triangles that you're making, okay, you can start with a magic ring and a chain of 1. The chain of 1 does not count as a stitch. If you don't know how to do a magic ring, start with a chain of 2. Place 3 single crochet stitches in a magic ring, or the first chain made, and then turn. You're going to do an increase at the beginning of the row, 1 single crochet per stitch until the end, turn, then repeat. Increase at the beginning of the row, 1 single crochet per stitch, turn, repeat. Increase in the beginning of the row, 1 single crochet per stitch, turn, repeat. Got it? So you're going to do this until you have 27 rows. Super easy. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I mean, that's so cool. Okay, so let me show you really quickly how to do the magic ring again for those who need a slower version. Here is how I do the magic ring. Okay, I cross this over like this. Here's my yarn end. Have my little cross. I move my pointy finger to the side. This is how I got used to it, okay? I'm not saying you have to do it this way. Then I pull my yarn through. I hold tight on it. I adjust everything and put my ring finger into it, make a chain of 1, and that ring finger stays inside. It creates that tension. Now, if you want to think about it a different way, how do you make a slip knot? Here's how to make a slip knot, right? You make a slip knot. Right? Am I right? So this is your slip knot. This is the same idea. Do you see where your knot is there? That is your magic ring. Okay, right there. So let me show you. So this is how a lot of people make their slip knot, right? They pull this through, and then right here, this thing is turning into a knot, right? That is your magic ring right there. So a magic ring is literally a loosened up slip knot. That's literally what it is. So you insert your hook right here, right? And instead of pulling that slip knot closed, you're literally putting your ring finger into it, and then you start crocheting. So for anyone who does not know how to do a magic ring, make a loosen up slip knot, put your hook into it and your finger, your ring finger, and then you can crochet around it. You need something inside the magic ring in order to crochet. Most people have trouble with the magic ring because it's so moving. Okay, you've got to put a finger inside to create that tension. If you don't have the tension, you're not going to be able to crochet into it. That is what most people have trouble with. Okay, are there any more questions about the magic ring? I just wanted to cover that for a second because it's covered a few times in this pattern. So let's talk about the assembly. Are there any questions about the crocheting? And then I get into the assembly part. So I'll show you how to do that, okay? So first of all, you're going to grab plastic canvas. I'm showing you from this perspective here with my little image on the top because this is hard to see. Okay, plastic canvas. You're going to need a few sheets. I wrote down 4 sheets for this project, okay? And I linked to it. So if you are anywhere where you have the the material list, anything that's blue, green, pink, or anything like that, anytime it's a different color than black, it is clickable. So make sure you take advantage of it. It's clickable. You see where it says plastic canvas? Tap on it and it'll jump you over to exactly the plastic canvas that I used. Okay, it's literally there. Okay, once you have that, you're going to lay out your project. So where's my little rectangle? So pretend that these are the large rectangles. Okay, so you're going to lay it on top of your plastic canvas and you're literally going to cut around it a little bit smaller, like a smidge smaller than your, think of it like 1 stitch smaller than your crochet project. 1 stitch smaller than your crochet project. Okay, just a hint. So if I hold it down, so I'm just going to cut this right here. Okay, so if I have it like this, you can pin it down too. So I'm going to look right here is my edge. So I can see that 1 stitch is over here over. So I would just go one little like triangle, one little square, one little pixel over. Okay, so this is the outside edge. And then I would just go 1 in. And then you literally you're cutting along the line over here, and then you have to see how far you're going to go, right? So you're going to do the same thing here at the top. So I need to go until about here. Okay, so this is how far I need to go. So I snipped it so I can see how far I need to go. So I'm going to go over here and then stop right here because that's where my snip is, right there. Okay, and then I'm going to literally cut alongside this area. So if I this is one of the rectangles. If you lay it down, you can see just that it's a smidge smaller, not too much. Not too much, otherwise it's gonna dangle on the side and you have too much air. You're gonna do this for all the pieces besides the one on the bottom. The bottom one needs to be the same measurement as the other rectangle. So let me point to it so it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out here a second so that way you can see it a little bit better. Is that too far? Well, that's good enough. I know you see my little thing here on the bottom, but that's fine. Okay, so if I move this to the side here for a second so you can see this, okay? So this plastic canvas behind here, and on the bottom are all the same size, even though this big rectangle right here is bigger than the rest. But the rectangle itself on the inside, the plastic canvas is the same. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out 3 of the exact same big rectangles for this side, and the bottom. They're all the same. Okay, now then you're going to do it for the triangle. You're going to cut it out for the triangle. One side here, one side here. Got it? Then what you're going to do, and I'm going to show it to you in a different perspective, you are literally you have 2 choices. You either going to hold it like this and then sew alongside the edges in order to turn it into this piece, right? You sew along it. I didn't do the sewing part because I knew I'm not going to see it. I just used hot glue. It takes a hint longer to dry, but it is shorter than sewing it. So I literally held it, okay, and then put hot glue on it, waited until it's dried, and then I moved on to the next part. So I literally started here at the top. I put my 2 plastic canvas rectangles together right here. Then I added the one on the bottom, okay? I don't remember the exact order. I may have added 1 triangle first, just to have the stability of it. So triangle, you could add the other triangle immediately. It's up to you. You decide on the order. I think I usually, how did I do that? I'm pretty sure I did this one and added the triangles next, and I did the bottom one last. Because that way I had an opening to stuff in my polyfill and then glue the last area together as well. All I did then afterwards is laid over my crochet pieces and sewed it all together. So I started with my triangles after I did the top part, then the triangles, and the very last thing what you're going to do is down here, okay? This is the very last thing you're going to do, okay? You're going to have that flap hanging out, right? And you're going to fold it over it's about 10 rows. You're going to fold it over 10 rows. So there's 5 rows here. Let me remind you again that this rectangle has 30 rows. The one on the bottom has 45. That means you have 15 rows hanging out. You're going to use 10 of those rows to fold it over, okay, and seam it closed here on this edge. As you are seaming it, you're going to stuff it with polyfill. Don't do it at the end. Do it as you go. Otherwise, you're going to have chunks in it. Do it as you go. Keep stuffing it as you are seaming this closed, okay? And then the very last thing is you're going to seam close the corners of it so nothing comes out, right? You don't want a hole over there. So just close it up here on the sides and then you're done, okay? And then you're done with your stand. Are there any questions about this? Are there any questions? It is very easy. It's just a hint time consuming, but it's worth it. I do want to point out again that I added the surface crochet before I did the assembly. Do it before. You don't have the ability to do it after. Because you have the plastic canvas on the inside, you have your sewn stuff, you have it all sewn together. There's no way to add the surface crochet at the end. Do it before you do the assembly. So don't think about it like, oh my God, I'll do that later. No, 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 no. Do it first. So that way you don't have to worry about that part. Now, the very last thing, of course, is you add your little loop on that side. And then you add your little pocket on that side. I added those at the very end, okay? Let's see. Are there any more questions? I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check if there's another question. I'm going to scroll up for a second here. I do it on the replay. Yes, you can always do it on the replay. Whatever you need to do on the replay. I'm just going to check real quick if there was another question. I think we're good. No more questions about this, right? All right. Okay, so now let's talk about the event for a second and then we're giving away prizes. Woohoo! Okay, I'm going to flip around. So this is how it looks like in the end, okay? It's very sturdy. You can add your books at the top, at the front. You can assemble it however you like. In fact, if you add 15 extra rows on top of what you already have, you could add another stand on the back of it, okay? So I remember this was 30 rows, this was 30 rows, but the bottom of it is 45 rows. So I added 15 extra rows. So if you want another stand part like this flap here, if you want it on the other side too, add 15 additional rows. Then you have it on both sides, right? So if you want to display two books at the same time, right, then add 15 additional rows. Just want to point that out. Mine has it only on one side, but again, you can add it on both sides. Okay, it's not going to stop you. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Since you have an enclosed triangle, why do you need to have polyfill on the inside for the triangle? Because the polyfill keeps the plastic canvas sturdy. And it also makes it a little softer. Okay, don't think that plastic canvas is extremely sturdy. Okay, this demonstrates everything, literally. Okay, if you have it standing like this, okay, and then you put a book on it, this is what's going to happen, okay? It's going to bend. So even though you crochet around it, it's not going to be as sturdy as you might think. You want to have a little extra stability. And the polyfill on the inside, because it's light, provides exactly that stability that you need, okay? Do you have to use a polyfill? No. You could also use old socks, right, that have holes in it. All kinds of other things you want to stuff inside that you don't need anymore. Leftover yarn pieces, whatever you have that you don't need anymore. Extra pieces from some kind of sewing project, whatever. You stuff it inside whatever you want. But plastic canvas is sturdy, but not sturdy enough. You need something on the inside to keep the stability, okay? This is the same idea as saying, why does a pillow need a pillow insert, right? You could use just a fabric piece and sleep on it without anything on the inside. You could do that too, but does it keep its shape? It doesn't. You're going to need something on the inside for the shape, right? It's like a blanket without the blanket on the inside, like a duvet without a blanket. Put something on the inside for stability. I promise you, you're going to be happier that way. Okay, I think I covered everyone here, right? I'm just checking real quick. Now my cousins can both use it on their tablets. Yes, perfect. Make 2 of them or add another one on the back. I totally agree. 3 out of says blue jean scraps. Yes, whatever scraps you have. I'm not saying you have to use polyfill. I use polyfill because it makes the project light. But again, you can use whatever you want, okay? Nobody's going to see it in the end. Nobody's going to see it. Okay, I'm just going to check real quick. Oh, Claudia, you're so sweet, girl. I love you, girl. You're amazing. You guys see Claudia? She says, I love this so much. Not the pattern. I love the way Nikki teaches and her personality. Oh, I love you, girl. I love this community, the interactions in a world full of chaos. This is so healthy and good. I agree. 100%. Anita says plastic bags. Yes, if you have any laying around. In California, they don't have plastic bags anymore. So, yeah, if you have any laying around, you can. Plastic canvas are banned in California now. We only have paper bags. And I don't think I would put paper on the inside because I would be worried about what if it gets wet, right? It can get moldy on the inside. I would not want to do that. Don't put paper on the inside. Anything that can mold, don't do that, okay? But anything that's fluffy or anything, put something on the inside. Okay, so let's cover really quickly the Mystery Crochet Along event for those who are brand new here, okay? So let's talk about it. The Mystery Crochet Along is a live crochet along, as you just noticed, okay? We're live here. You get to ask questions. I answer them live, okay? So, but the theme of the live Mystery Crochet Along is book lovers. So that means the patterns included in this collection is all things a book lover would appreciate. Whether the book lover is also a crocheter or not, it doesn't matter, right? You are the crocheter. You are the one crocheting it, right? So it doesn't matter if it's for yourself or for someone else. Now, the free event, it will include 6 mystery crochet along patterns, 6 from the 50 included in the ebook, okay? So we already have now 4 of the 6 available. You guys see the hair floating around on my face because I can't find it. I keep having a hair over here. Anyways, so there's 6 patterns in total. 4 of them have been published so far with ads. They're not printable unless you purchase through Etsy or Ravelry, and you must wait for the release, okay? Regardless if you join the free event or you purchase the ebook and go with the ebook version, doesn't matter. Either option will be part of the 6 live tutorials, have a chance to win prizes, and get the bingo game, okay? Let me show you the bingo sheet. There's 2 ways you get access to this bingo sheet, okay? And one of the 2 ways is not emailing me and say, give me the bingo sheet. That doesn't work. I've seen some rude emails saying, I want the bingo sheet, send it to me. Don't do that. That's a little rude. It's very easy, like literally much easier and faster too. All you got to do is sign up for the free event. The link is right there on the top there. It's also pinned. It is in the description. It's wherever you need it to be. It's like right there. Just hop over to my website too. That works. Sign up for the free event. I will send you the bingo sheet, or get the ebook and you will also get the bingo sheet. Like literally pick one of these 2 options and you'll get the bingo sheet. Okay. So that way you can be part of the bingo game. Now the ebook includes all 50 book lover patterns with more than 66 videos on top of the 6 live tutorials. So actually it's 72 plus, okay? Instant access for the ebook, ad-free, printer-friendly, okay? Dragon Heart Soul says, can you put a zipper in one of the triangles so you can remove it and wash it? I guess you could. I'm not stopping you if you want to add a zipper. I personally think if you want to add a zipper, I would probably do it here on the bottom. Like I would do it here and probably do it on 2 ways. So like two zippers or 1 extended zipper, right? Like this way. So it's easy to remove the inside part of it. Yes. Okay, totally. Now, okay, so let's go through the patterns, because now that you know how the event works, right? Either free or ebook, let's go through the patterns. But first, let me remind you of the schedule, okay? So we have done so far pattern 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6 have not been published yet. You don't know which ones they are. They are going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific time. The last two, my cat is in here and is meowing. Okay, the last two live tutorials for pattern 5 and 6 are going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific time, not 12, okay? So my cat wants to jump, so you need to leave the room, kitty cat. Okay, so 2 p.m. Pacific time on pattern 5 and 6, okay? So let me show you the patterns real quick so that you can see how they look like. Hang on, let me grab my picture. Here we go. Here's the picture of all 50 patterns that are included in the ebook, okay? A lot of bookmarks. Because of course you gotta have bookmarks, okay? Then we have a little hanger. We have some stuff for your glasses, whether it's a holder or whether it's a pouch to put your glasses in. We have to have a clock because how many times did we read or crochet too long, right? You have to have a clock around you. This one doesn't tick. I love that. It's a functional clock. It's in my office right now. I love it. I love it so much because it's crocheted and it doesn't make the ticking sounds. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Anyways, we also have some covers, whether it's for your Kindle, for your book, for your journal, or for pens or pencils, many different covers. We also have tissue box covers, of course, because if a book gets very emotional, you got to dabble away those tears that are dropping down, right? I mean, we have had some emotional books, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who reads emotional books sometimes, right? So, and might as well have a pretty way to demonstrate that these are tissue box covers, right? With a book or with a pencil or even with lots of pouches. Number 27 is also a tissue box cover, just that you know, right? We also have that little worm, which is behind me, by the way. You'll see it in a second again. The worm, which is a book end, and we did that for pattern 3, right? 26 we did today. We also have 28 and 29. Those are 2 different sizes, different patterns, although they look similar. They're both wedges. One is a small wedge, the other one is a big wedge, okay? Number 30 and 31, those are drawstring bags that you can use for books, Kindles, for your projects, for your hooks, for your pens, whatever, okay? 32, same, pencils or hooks. 33, same. 34, we had to have a treasure chest in here. Treasure chest, of course, for the fantasy readers, right? Pirate books, whatever. You have to have a treasure chest in here. 35 is an actual book that is also a bag, which is super cool. And you can wear 2 different ways, either over your shoulder or around your shoulder on one side, okay? 36 is a moody octopus. Very popular pattern. People love that one. It's nice to demonstrate your emotions without having to say a word. Sometimes we just don't want to talk about it. I get it. So take your octopus and show how you feel. Smiley face or frowny face. Most of the time, it's for me on the smiley face. Of course. Anyways, we have some slippers because you got to have some slippers. Whether you read or crochet, you have to have some slippers. 39 is a way to put your hooks, your projects, your books, or anything else into little compartments for the back seat of your car, even toys, right? Or for the wall on your office or wherever, or even your stroller or walker, okay? Many different ways on how you can use those. I will get to your questions in a second, okay? Then we have pillows. 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44 are all pillows of some sort. Some of them are reversible. Some of them are a bag. Number 40 is a bag too. Some of them have pockets for your books. Okay. 41 is also a blanket that reverses into a bunny. Okay. It's really cool. 45 is a lounger, or also known as a blanket with sleeves and a pocket. Super cool. 46 is a blanket. 47 is a armchair caddy. 48 is a baby blanket, but it can also be a cocoon or a, shawl or whatever you want to call it, a shawl with arms. And 50, very popular, is a book that transforms into a pocket scarf. Love all these patterns. Okay, so let's see. Gigi says, I have the ebook. Yay! Hannah says, do you do the 26 rows for the triangle? Yes, whatever the pattern says. What did I say? How many rows? I see 27 rows for the triangle, Hannah. It's all in the pattern, girl. Check it out. It's either you should be on my blog, I think, and it says 27 rows. So check that out. Let's see. Was there another question? I'm just gonna check real quick. Barbara says, how can you crochet too long? What do you mean? How do you crochet too long? I'm confused about the question. You mean like certain rows? Yes, you can make the bottom part longer. Is that the question? You could make it longer if you wanted to, and that way you have 2 sides on each side. Let's see. I'm just gonna check real quick. Zia got the ebook. Yay, Zia! I'm so happy for you. Yay! I know there's so many patterns in this collection. Might as well get it, right? I mean, so many. You can make so many gifts. Let's see. Zia says, yes, I agree. The patterns in this ebook are totally awesome. I'm so glad I got it. Nikki's videos and personality and helpfulness has helped me along with my crochet learning journey. Love that for you, Zia. I am so happy. You recently won a gift too, didn't you? Yay! Wow, you got a lot, girl. I'm so happy for you. I mean, your crochet journey is just going up and up, right? Okay, so let's see. She was talking, Barbara, you were talking about the clock. Well, okay. To be fair, you're supposed to sleep too, so that way you don't make any boo-boos, right? We don't want to make mistakes in our crochet project. So once in a while, you do gotta sleep. 1/3 of our life is spent sleeping if you get the appropriate amount of time sleeping. So yeah, you should be sleeping once in a while too before, something happens with your crochet project. You may lose a hook by accident because you didn't sleep long enough. Whatever the reason. Whatever the reason. Okay, so remember, there is a bingo game attached to this really fun event. Let it guide you in terms of what you can do. I know some people always ask, do I have to crochet all the projects that you're teaching us? No, you don't, okay? Let the bingo game guide you of what you can or want to do. Remember, you don't have to do all of it. Bingo games, this bingo game, you can literally participate multiple times. You don't stop once you get one bingo. You can get multiple bingos. Each one you need to submit. There's a hashtag up there. Make sure you submit it into the Facebook group called Crocheting with Nikki with the screenshots showing that you did do what it says, okay? So if you were part of the live tutorial, for example, like today, and you want to check that off, take a screenshot showing that you left a comment and then show it off. Any screenshot that have private information on it, cover that up. Black it out, blur it out. So if an email address is shown or some kind of, let's say you purchased the ebook and your card information is shown, like part of your card information, cover that up. Do not show that, okay? I don't need to see that. You can even crop your images to, get rid of anything that is private information. Emily says, can I do the filet crochet bookmark from the filet book and count it as a book lover pattern? Which one? Because there is one in here. Okay, right there, number 5. Is that the one you're referring to? Or do I have another one in the filet crochet ebook? I don't even remember. I don't remember all my patterns. I have over 800 patterns. So can you remind me of which one you're talking about? Are you talking about number 5? Because that one is a filet crochet pattern and it is a bookmark. Are you referring to number 5? Because I don't know if that's what you're referring to. We are only counting these ones when it comes to the bingo game, okay? So if you're referring to number 5, then yes, obviously, that would be yes. But if you're talking about a different one that is not in this collection, then I have to say no, because it's literally referring to here certain things. So for example, one of them says, this one right here says crochet and finish one of the book lover mystery crochet along patterns. So that would be 1 out of the 6. And then this one right here says finish one of the crochet patterns from the book lover collection from all 50 right here. So unless the pattern is in part of these 50, it wouldn't be counted as such. So if it is, then yes, then it counts it. Okay, are there any more questions? Nana says, if we don't make boo-boos, we're not learning right. Well, if you don't get enough sleep, then your learning process is not working. So as long as you learn and you have sleep to actually learn from your mistakes, then yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me remind you really quickly about the ebook, because some of you guys don't know how cool the ebook is, besides having all the patterns in it, right? It comes with some features. Okay, the table of content is clickable. The video links are clickable. The material list is clickable. And the main menu button is clickable. It's literally like a learning program. It feels like an app. You literally tap on things and jump around in the ebook, so that way it makes it more user-friendly, right? Obviously, you can print it out. You can see that I printed mine out, and you can see the font size is very large, okay? Very large font size. So it's actually size 14, so it's easy to read, very legible, so you don't have the problems with that. And again, the material list, video links, main menu button, as well as the table of content are all clickable, making it super duper easy to go through, and no ads, of course. So if you don't like ads, then grab the ebook. I've seen a comment this morning that was saying, you have way too many ads on your website. Okay, it's so annoying. Well, you have the free version with ads, or you have the ad-free version without ads. You literally get to have a choice of what you want to go with. I give you two options. Go free with ads. You have maybe a limited amount of patterns you can get, but you can have some of the, like all 6 mystery crochet along patterns. Let me point to that in a second here again. All 6 of these will be available free to view, but they are not printable, and they do have ads. So if you're okay with that, don't complain about ads if you go in the free option, okay? In that case, if you do not like the ads, then just grab the ebook. It literally has all of these patterns in it, and it's ad-free and printer-friendly. So that is literally your option, okay? You get to pick which option you're going with. So pick one of them, literally one, okay? Either the free with ads, not printable, or go with the ebook that is printable and it's ad-free. You get to choose. No matter which option you pick, you get to be part of the bingo games. You get to be part of the live tutorials with prices. So many different options, right? Okay, so let's do some prizes. Yay! Okay, I love giving away prizes. So it's time for some prizes. So we're going to show you off the prices first, so you know exactly how they look like. So these are the prizes you have a chance to win. Free ebook, $10, $15, or $20 off an ebook. Then also that's a coupon code. Ravelry, $10, $20, or $30 Ravelry coupon code. 5 or 10 PDF patterns of your choice, or a free yarn box. I do want to point out that for the yarn box, you have to live in the US in order to have a chance to get one of those. Hang on, where's my picture? Right here. So now, if you are in the US and you do not want the box for whatever reason, okay, it could be that you already got a box. You literally just got one. You joined the crochet club, you got one, okay? You don't need a second box. You can get an ebook instead. If you're international, you automatically get an ebook. Anyone outside of the US gets an ebook if they land on it, if they are one of the winners, okay? But this is a mystery box. You don't get everything you see on the picture, but it's a random assortment of it, and it'll go up to like 16 ounces, 1 pound. That's how far it can go. So different things that you may get into your box. You don't know what it is. You don't know what yarn it is, but some of the things you will see, okay? Like a hook, a pair of scissors may have different colors, may have a different size, right? Some of the things are what you 100% get. Some of the things you don't know what you're going to get, right? It'll always be like a mystery. All right, let's see. If I made 43 before I can use the bingo. Let's see, what is 43? Maxine asked that question. Hang on, let me show off Maxine. Maxine says, if I made 43 before the bingo. There's no way to do number 43 before the bingo, because I announced the ebook and that's when the bingo started. As soon as I announced the Mystery Crochet Along and the ebook, which was January 28th. So if you started number 43, is that what you said? Number 43, yes. If you started that as soon as I published the ebook and you finished it before we started the Mystery Crochet Along, then yay, it counts, of course. Let's see, was there another question? I think I could answer that question. Oh, 32. You gave me the wrong number. Got it. 32. Well, if you did it a year ago, it won't count, okay? I'm going to say if you started it this year, then yes, I'll count it, okay? If it's this year, like January, if you started in January, I'll count it. But if it's like a year ago, that's not really fair, especially for those who have never seen it before. Let's make it fair. It's not that hard to crochet some of these projects. Some of them are super easy and only take a few minutes, okay? So if you did it a year ago or 2 years ago, don't count those ones. That's not fair to those who have never been part of this before, okay? Let's make it fair. All right, now let's go to the prizes, okay? Question number 1. There's 2 rules that I have. If you recently won within the last month or 2, do not answer. Okay, that is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is if you comment, you answer everything in one comment and you only answer 1 time per question. I literally have only 2 rules. It's super easy. So 2 rules, okay? So if you won recently within the last month or 2, do not answer. Let everyone else have a chance. I prefer not having a conversation with you privately and disqualifying you. That's uncomfortable for you and for me, okay? We're not doing uncomfortable things. That's not fun, okay? So don't do anything against the rules. So if you recently won, don't answer. And if you answer, put everything in 1 comment. Do not split up comments. Don't type it multiple times, even if you made a typo. Don't do that. I have to disqualify you after that, okay? That's not fair. So let's do the fun part. Here we go. Is there a quick question before I keep going? I'm just going to check real quick. Purple RD Ann says, a question regarding the book holder stand. Do I need to have a backing inside for support? What do you mean by backing inside for support? The support on the inside is the plastic canvas with the polyfill. I don't know what you mean by backing inside for support. There's literally plastic canvas with polyfill on the inside. That is your support. You don't need anything else for support. So I don't know what you mean by that. But you can email me. Email me if you want to a little bit go further into your question. So that way we can do the questions real quick, okay? Question number 1 is... what pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? Yes, I like to keep that question. Not only is it easy, but the answer is different every single time. Every single time the answer is different. Okay, what pattern did we crochet at the beginning of this video? Which one? Which one? Okay, Purple Antsy says plastic backing or cardboard. Plastic canvas. Okay, I know some people like to go with cardboard. The reason I don't is because cardboard can get wet and cardboard can mold if it's wet. You don't want moldiness around you. Don't do that. I would not recommend cardboard. Please don't do it. It's not going to be good for you in case it gets wet. You never know if it's going to get wet. You never know. Use plastic canvas. Use something on the inside that cannot get moldy. Okay? Anything that can get moldy, don't use it. Okay? I put polyfill on the inside. Stuffed it all up. Made it like airy enough that airflow can go through. But yeah, I don't recommend anything that can get moldy. Okay? So here we go. Does everyone know the answer to question number 1? I gave you enough time. Looks like you guys are good. Okay, by the way, if you have typos and I can still read it, I'm okay with it. Don't type the answer again. I'm okay with typos, unless it's a number. If it's a number and you have a typo in it, then it's not going to work. But like typos and words, I'm okay, as long as I can read it, okay? So, let's find our winner, random winner. Here we go. I'm going to cover my eyes. Mouse is in the right position. I'm going to scroll. If there's more questions, please ask them after because I can't see it right now. Ask any questions after we're done with prices. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. We have, yes, Kelly. Kelly says the I Love Books holder. Yay, that's correct. You could have said wedge. You could have said book holder. You could have not said I love books. It's totally fine as long as I knew what you're talking about. All right, let's see what Kelly won. The spinny will decide for you. Here we go. You won. It looks like Where is it? 5 PDF patterns of your choice. Yay! Congratulations, Kelly. Those are good prices. Okay, so you can hop over to my Ravelry. I'll give you the link later, the email address and everything, and then you can pick your 5 patterns, okay? We'll do that through email, so you can claim your price through email. So make sure you email me later. I'll show my email address in a moment when we're done with all the prices, okay? Let's see. If there's any more questions about this pattern, please hold off until we're done with the prices, because I will not be able to find your comment right now. It's not possible. It's too many comments flying in. Okay, question number 2. Here we go. Question number 2 is, how many patterns have been published in the Mystery Crochet Along so far? I didn't say live crochet along. It would have been too long. Okay, how many patterns have been published in the live book lover Mystery Crochet Along so far? You can also say how many are left if you want to. Bonus points. No. Go ahead and answer just this question. I just need one number. It's super easy. How many patterns have been published so far in the live Mystery Crochet Along themed book lovers? Tell me the number. Tell me the number. In the meantime, I'm going to take a sip of coffee because I actually forgot my water. But it's okay. I have coffee. Okay, here we go. You guys all know the number. Am I right? I know some of you guys are just copying other people. I have seen that before. Don't copy others, because it happened on Facebook before where someone wrote the wrong answer and everyone else just commented with the wrong answer. Don't do that. Okay, then you literally disqualify for yourself. It's the wrong answer. Don't ever do that. Never just depend on others. Always be for the entire life here so you can answer it for yourself. Don't you feel much better? Because otherwise it's cheating, literally. And then you're cheating the wrong answer. Oh, Lord, that doesn't feel good. Okay, so let's find our winner. Here we go. Cover my eyes and mouse is there. So here we go. Scrolly, scrolly, scroll. And let's find our winner. I'm going to stop right here. We have... Yes, number 4. That's correct. We have 4 patterns so far that have been published. Jolanda? Hopefully you say this right. Jolanda? Or can I just say Joe? I'm so sorry. Is it okay to say Joe or Jolanda? I don't know how to pronounce your names. I'm just going to go with Joe. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me. Okay, here we go. You won, according to the spinny wheel. It looks like 10 PDF patterns of your choice. Yay! From my Ravelry store. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. I just noticed that you made a peace sign over there. Yay! Look, you're the second winner and you made a peace sign. Hee hee hee. That's kind of perfect, kind of fitting. I didn't even realize that until after. Okay, let's do one more question, but I want to remind you really quickly, we're going to go live again, okay? We have 3 lives left for this event. 3 live are left. Okay, we have Tuesday at on the 10th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. On Thursday the 12th, 2 p.m. Pacific time, and Saturday for the big bingo winner reveal, plus a little extra surprise, which is free. Come join us on the 14th. Yes, Valentine's Day at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So we have 3 left. On all 3 of them, we're going to give away prices. Okay, so make sure you come back for all 3 of them. All 3 of them. Okay, put that in your calendar if it's not in your calendar yet. Question number 3, because we got more than 100 viewers today. We have 3 questions today. So here we go. Question number 3 is, how do you have a chance to win prizes? There's 2 ways. How do you have a chance to win prizes? 2 different ways. I want 2 answers in the same comment. 2 answers in the same comment. Please put it in the same comment. Otherwise, I can't pick you. Literally, when I randomly draw, because I can't see it, and then I stop, I check that the answer is correct. If it's not, I go 1 down below, okay? And hopefully that answer is correct. So I will find someone who has the correct answer in the end. I need 2 answers in the same comment. Same comment, 2 different ways. I'm going to tell you. I know it doesn't say here, but I'm telling you. There's 2 different ways how you have a chance to win prizes for this Mystery Crochet Along event. Okay? 2 different ways. Tell me both. It's a question number 3. Got to be a little harder, right? It's not super hard, though. If you've been here the entire time, you know the answer to this one. It is 2 different ways and how you have a chance to win prizes. Make sure you put both of them in the same comment. Okay, here we go. I'm going to remove the question now so that we can find a winner. Hopefully everyone typed it up. I'm going to sit into my chair a little bit properly because I slid back by accident. So here we go. Are we ready? Okay, I'm going to put my mouse in the right position, and here we go. Scrolly, scrolly, scroll, and let's find our winner. I'm going to stop right. How about we stop right here? We have... Is that Bob? Hi, Bob! Bob won! Yes, he says, watch all the way through to the end when we have the prizes like this, or play bingo. Yay! That's correct. You could have said it many different ways, right? So, hang on, I'll do my kitty cat first. Yay, Bob! Okay, so let's see what Bob won. Okay, while the spinning wheel goes, just want to point out, so again, there was many different ways how you can say be part of the live tutorials and then, answer questions or the bingo. $20 Ravi coupon code for Bob! Yay! Congratulations! All right, we got some good winning prizes this time around. So happy for you all. All right, let me show off my email address real quick. So for all the winners, please take a screenshot that you won, showing your name and the price. Send it over to me. Put it in the email subject line. Winner of the price and the date. Yes, I want the date because some of you guys don't email me on the same day. So that way I can always backtrack and figure out whether you follow the rules. Remember, I said only answer within the last month or two if you did not win, right? And I don't want to disqualify you. So I do always check to make sure that you follow the rules after the fact. So make sure you do, okay? And here's my email address for anyone. Please email me. That email address is also for those who have questions about the pattern, about the ebook, about the event. Maybe you signed up for the mystery crochet along and you didn't get your bingo sheet. Anything like that. Email me. But I've noticed that some of you guys email me by not signing up. They think they can just get the bingo sheet. Please sign up, okay? You have to try first to sign up. Otherwise, I'll just send you the link over to sign up. That's literally what's going to happen, okay? Sign up if you want to get the bingo sheet. Don't just email me and say, send it over. It's very easy. Sign up for free. The link is right there. Or get the ebook. Either way gets you the bingo sheet. Okay, so let me remove this real quick. Let me remind you really quickly with this sheet right here, you have different ways to be part of this event. Either the free option, which ends on the 14th of February. We're more than halfway through, but that doesn't mean you can not start now. You can still start now, right? It's totally fine. You can still be part of the bingos and everything. You can join the free event or you get the ebook. It's up to you. Here's the different ways in a written format, just like I showed you earlier with my little diagram, right? So if you are part of either option, you get to be part of the live tutorials, have a chance to win prizes, and be part of the bingo game. The free event comes with 6 of the 50 patterns. With that, not printable, okay? And you don't know which one is going to be released. If you get the ebook, you get everything up front, all the patterns, ad-free, printer-friendly. You have the 66 plus video tutorials. You still get to be part of the bingo game. You still get to be part of the live tutorials. Super duper fun event. I've never done an event like that, and it looks like everyone is loving it. It's much longer than normal, much longer mystery crochet along. This one's been more than, was it 3 weeks in total, right? With the wait list beforehand, mystery crochet along announcement. Actually, is it like almost 3.5 weeks? I don't remember. It's quite long, but I'm very, very happy that everyone is loving it. Okay, I wish you guys all really happy with Super Bowl Sunday. I hope to see you guys back here on the 10th, on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time for the next pattern 5, with prizes at the end of the live tutorial. Happy hooking, happy Sunday. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye.